taking a chance on this spot that's sort of a little bit away from the usual area, probably not frequented very much. We got this big stump here. It's all fill down around that tree over there, and I'm up on the rise here, and I got a signal, a strange signal in the hole, and that is got to be a large scent. That is definitely a large scent. Let's clean it up and oh yes, that is totally a large scent. I've only found one other large scent here, and it was in the water down at the beach. So this is pretty sweet. There's not much ground around here that's not disturbed, so this is a pretty sweet find. Well, I've cleaned it up a little bit, and now we can see what it is, if we could focus. And we've got a Vicky large scent, 1886. Sweet. How awesome is that? That's awesome. This is what happens when you take big chances on areas that may not produce. So, wow, awesome stuff. See you on the next. Well, we're gonna give it another go at the where I found that Vicky large scent last night. I still haven't finished all the areas. I'm gonna try down further down. There might be fill, but not sure. So first thing I got is part of a car. It says Matchbox 1979. Guess it's been here for a little while. Wasn't too far under the surface. The pinpointer picked it up from the top of the ground. So cool. See you on the next. Well, that was a really weird signal. It was a very iffy one, and down deep I think we're into some fill here, but we pulled out a young Elizabeth. I can't even get the ear off the back. It is so crusty. It's unbelievable. Oh well, we'll keep going and see what's on the next. Well, I thought I'd take a chance on this old spot. Well, its property was used many years ago for recreation purposes, private, and I discovered that there is, on this grass here, there's old wheel marks, rut marks that come through the grass, and I thought I would maybe see if this could be the pathway down to the old picnic spot. And I picked up another signal along here, along this old wheel track, and there seems to be topsoil over top of pretty much rock here, and this came out of the hole. That definitely looks pretty old. It looks like some sort of I don't know, like an overall buckle or some sort of buckle, but pretty sweet find. We're pretty much at the end of it due to landscaping. They've pretty much cut it off and landscaped a sports field here, so I'm going to head back up the other way on this old I'm pretty sure it's an old wagon road, so we're going to keep on and see what comes out. Well, I think we just confirmed that this was definitely an old wagon road. I've almost pretty much done down the middle and both sides on the sides of the ruts, and this is a weird signal. Came up like a 20, and tell me that's not a fish scale. That is definitely, I can't see much, but I see emp. That is definitely a fishy. Pretty awesome. You can see when they landscaped this yard, they filled in the ruts, but I looked at this on Google Earth, and you can even see that the ruts are greener because the soil is deeper. And otherwise it's pretty shallow soil here, so yeah, that's a little speechless. Let's see what this puppy is, if we can. I don't want to scratch it. I think it's George the Fifth. Let's see, let's turn it upside right. Yep, we got a George the Fifth. I don't have any water on me, so we will see on the wrap up what year it is. Pretty awesome. I've already found an old shotgun shell here. I know they did a lot of hunting. I've found lots of old bullet shells and even a 3-ringer here, so that's awesome. See you on the next. Well, it's starting to get dark out, and we just got a good it's sort of a mixed signal, 20s and iron, and we got ourselves a button. Not sure what it is, but you can see the original layer is just stone and a thin layer of topsoil, so this wasn't down very deep. But if we can get it to focus, I think there's a crown on top. Come on, focus, focus. Does not want to focus on that thing. In any case, this looks old, so we're going to have to clean it up at home and take a look at it. We'll see it on the wrap-up. Bye for now. Alright, so here's the wrap-up, and to start with, we got the junk. We got some aluminum can. This came up as a higher signal with that circular shape to it. Clasp here. Darn beaver tails. And yeah, we've been trying, I uploaded the software to the new iron bias mode for the Equinox, and I tried it out in the F2 9 setting, and yeah, it definitely makes bottle caps disappear altogether and really clears it out for other signals. I find a lot of those mid-tone signals, it sends those bottle caps to the basement, and then you can concentrate better on those other mid-tones, which is really sweet. Speeds things up too. And off to the relics, we got that along that old road, or pathway I should say. We got some interesting things. This might be some horse tack. It's broken off. It's leather, and I think that's probably chromed brass, so that's like 1920s and later. We got an interesting shotgun shell. This was totally green. I cleaned it up a little bit. It's the old paper type. I found some information on it. This head stamp dates between 1897 and 1929. So, like I said before on the other video, this property was used for a lot of shooting back in the day. I've found lots of shells dating back to the early 20th century and even into the 1800s. So it's kind of cool. This, I think, is a suspender clip. Again, found along that old wagon path, or just path. Not sure. I looked up suspender buckles. I couldn't see anything that sort of was shaped like that. I think that's the way it's supposed to be shaped. I guess that clips somehow. This I think dates from probably the school era. It's a school now. I think it has been since the 60s. But this looks probably a bit newer. It's kind of green on the back, but interesting. And I'd say the coolest relic I found here, and way out of place, is this Quebec Provincial Police. Now, nowadays it's called the Sûreté de Quebec. I don't think it's had this name for quite a while. The Quebec Provincial Police was founded in 1870. I haven't been able to find any resources online for when this button would date to. I did see another one similar to this, but it was a little bit different, and this one's probably older than that. I would have to say this has got to be from very early 20th century. I have no idea what it was doing there, but it's pretty cool. It doesn't have any maker on the back. It's got a fair weight to it, actually. Yeah, it's not sure how exactly that was supposed to look. If it was supposed to have a circle on it or not, but yeah. Weird finding that in Ontario. Now, off to the coins, we got a bunch of modern pennies. Well, after that wagon path, we went down to the park area and did a bit of hunting, just playing with the new iron bias settings. So got a bunch of pennies out of there, and I was going after some relics more today, so I was digging more lower tones and getting these zinc Canadian pennies and a stinkin' zinkin'. And out of there we got one older penny. We got a Young Liz, 1955. But the star of the day, and finally my silver drought for over a month has been broken. And we picked up along that old path a 1916 fish scale. Not bad shape either. Nice George V. And I don't have this in my collection, so that's pretty sweet. Add to the other years I have. Still building that one up. Not too far along. I think I have about 4 or 5 of the fish scales now. So, and Down in the park area, experimenting with the iron bias. I was going along and bang, I hit this loud screaming 35. And yeah, we got a honkin' silver ring. This thing is pretty heavy, and it's bulky. And the other cool thing about it is it's very crudely made. Like, it doesn't look old. Maybe it is old, I don't know. It has no stampings. You can see the rough join right there. But overall, maybe it was made homemade by someone who works in silver in their basement or something like that. But yeah, that was a pretty surprising, sweet find. I didn't film it. I was just about out of battery, and it was actually dark at that time. I was only working by the lights of the park, so pretty awesome. That's probably my largest silver ring ever. I don't know if it used to have a stone in here, but it's kind of like a flower type design. So yeah, that's pretty sweet today. Not only did I get the fish scale silver, but we got a huge honkin' silver ring. Well, that's all for now. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you on the next video.